Okay, so let's talk about marketing your business. Who here has started a website over the last year or two? Well, you are part of an incredible new milestone. We have just reached 1 billion websites created. 1 billion. And we've been at this for what, 20 years? Most of those websites have been created in the last 10 years. But I've got good news for you. Most of the websites are not actively updated after about 100 days. It used to be 40 days, now it's about 100 days. So really, you're only talking about 300 million actively updated websites. Not bad, huh? And you're one of them. And you've got to figure out how to make your business stand out among the 300 million other websites. So how do you do that? Well, first you want to look at what your competitors are doing. Let's go through some hypothetical numbers here, right? So let's say, just for the sake of saying it, that you are one of 20 companies that offers the same product or service. And there are about 10,000 customers within your reach, whether that's online or through a physical location. Now, if all of your marketing, all 20 of you are marketing at the best possible capacity you can market at, and all of you are reaching an equal number of customers and drawing them into your web, then you would each have 500 customers, right? But we know that that's not how it really works. Usually, you've got a small percentage of companies who have the majority of the customers. So in this case, let's say that the top 4 of your competitors have the majority of the customers, and the bottom 16 are fighting over the customers that are left. The question is, where are you? Are you in the top 4? Or are you in the bottom 16? Odds are that you're one of the 16. So now, you have to figure out how to make yourself one of the top 4, right? And you're struggling how to determine, how do I climb the ladder and become one of the top 4 companies offering my product or service? Well, I've got more good news for you. Studies say that most people only visit about 96 separate URLs per month. So now, that 300 million websites has been parsed down to just 96 URLs. And all you have to do is figure out how to be one of those 96 URLs that your customers are searching every month. But the news gets better. We can probably knock out about 10 or 12 of those URLs just by assuming that most people are going to some of the same sites over and over again, like Google, Yahoo, whoever their email client is, maybe their bank or their kid's school. So really, you have to figure out how to sneak yourself into one of those 85, 86 searches that a majority of those 10,000 customers are conducting every month. So it sounds a little more manageable now, right? I'm going to give you even more good news. I've got a graphic here that I affectionately refer to as the actual web of the interwebs. Now, at the center of the web, you can see is your business. And on the outskirts are all the tools, the marketing tools, that you and your competitors have available to trap customers into your web. Starting at the top, SEM, which is search engine marketing, blogs, social media, landing pages, quality links, video, images using alt text, affiliates or referrals, content marketing, website content, online ads, online reviews. So those are all the things that you and your competitors have available to you. How many of these tools are you using to climb up the ladder to get into the top 4? Well, your competitors are spending this much of their marketing budgets. Whoops. Well, when you look at your competitors, they're spending this much of their marketing budgets to attract customers into their web. Now, I only put 3 up there, the top 3 spending areas, because the rest of them are really peanuts. You know, people aren't really spending a ton of money on these other tools. So in the top 3, you have search engine marketing, which makes complete sense, right? Because the internet is a tool of discovery. And of course, the first tenet of business is your customers need to know you exist, and they need to know how to find you and where to find you. So it makes sense that search engine marketing tops this list of expenditures. But what's crazy about this is that your top 4 competitors are only spending 40% of their budget on search engine marketing. Only 40% of their marketing budget. Now think about this. That's the most important part of business, right? Is being discovered. And your competitors aren't even spending half of their marketing budget to get discovered so that those 10,000 customers can find them. And yet, those 4 competitors are still getting most of the customers out there. They're spending about 33% of their budget on online ads, and they're spending about 12% on social media marketing. That's another, to me, really encouraging statistic, because social media marketing, how many of you have ever been searching for a company and the thing that pops up for them is the link to their Facebook page and not the link to their website? I know it happens to me all the time. That's how much search juice social media has. Obviously, Facebook is a huge player in the game. So a lot of times people's business Facebook page will come up in search results. So let me continue on with this, and let's flip the numbers over. And I think this is going to continue to encourage you and help you understand that you are not really that far off from climbing the ladder and getting in the top 4. Okay, so this is the amount of the budgets. When you flip the numbers, your competitors, they're not spending 53% of their marketing budget on search engine marketing to be in the top 4. They're not spending 66% of their budget on online ads to be in the top 4, and they're not spending 88% of their budget to be in the top 4 on social media marketing. That's encouraging, because that says that you are not that far off from grabbing a bunch of customers from your top 4 competitors. You can do it, but you have to make the decision. You have to decide that this is something you're going to go after. Now, I know there's budgets. Budgets have a lot to do with it, right? And the assumption is that your top 4 competitors have a lot more money than you have. That might be true in some cases. But here's the thing. This shows that you don't have to spend a lot to climb up that ladder and to gain some ground. You just have to be willing to do something. So I'm going to encourage you now today, when you leave here, don't just talk about the statistics for a minute and, say, oh, wow, wasn't that cool? Like, go do something about it. Test it out and see what it does for your business. Because I believe it's going to make a huge difference for you. Thank you.